This is Jeopardy! Please welcome our contestants. Player 1. Player 2. Player 3. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let's take you right now into the Jeopardy round. Clues are worth $200 to $1,000 in these categories. Best Female Rock Vocal Grammys. Punjab. Name the novel. Mobilized. Da plane, da plane. And nature study. Player 1, you start. 1995. You ought to know. Let's hear it, Player 1. Yep. Player 1, 1994. Come to my window. Let's hear it, Player 1. That's correct. Player 1, back to you. Answer, the Daily Double. You are in the lead right now. What are you going to wager? And the clue, 1979, Hot Stuff. Congratulations, you're still in first, Player 1. Please pick again, Player 1. 1981, Fire and Ice. Let's hear it, Player 1. Right. Player 1, 2000. There goes the neighborhood. Player 1. Good. We return to you, Player 1. Since 1947, the historic region of Punjab has been divided between these two countries. Player 2. That is correct. All right, as part of his easternmost conquests, this Greek's armies occupied the Punjab around 327 BC. Okay, Player 1. Good. Player 1. In the 1840s, this European power fought two costly wars over the Punjab before annexing the region outright. It's Player 1. Yes. Select again. In this Kipling work, the title orphan's father was a sergeant in an Irish regiment in the Punjab. Player 2. Yes. Player 2. Predominant in the Punjab, this religion has origins in both Hinduism and Islam. Let's hear it, Player 1. That's correct. Player 1, you start us off. 1937. I have chosen Mr. Baggins, and that ought to be enough for all of you. Yes, Player 3. Good. All right, let's get 1813. Happy for all her maternal feelings was the day Mrs. Bennet got rid of her two most deserving daughters. Player 1. You are correct. Where do we begin, Player 1? 1932. In the 4,000 rooms of the center, the 4,000 electric clocks simultaneously struck 4. Okay, player 1. That's right, way to go! Player 1. 1902. The horror. The horror. Let's hear it, player 3. Good for you! Okay, let's get back. 1961. Once upon a time, there was a Martian named Valentine Michael Smith. It's player 2.
Yeah!
Right you are. Player 2, you start. A mechanical device used to indicate musical tempo. Player 1. That is correct. Player 1. Fly agaric is one of these spore-producing fungi of the Basidiomycetes class. Yes, player 2. Hey, you're right. Player 2. It can be a powerful person in entertainment or a member of a Muslim dynasty that once ruled India. Okay, player 2. Good. Player 2. Someone who moves from relationship to relationship is a serial one. It's player 1. Yes. Where do we begin? This large tube-shaped pasta is often stuffed with cheese and baked with a tomato sauce. Okay, player 3. You got it. Player 3, start us. The first commercial plane flights out of the United States were in 1920 between Key West and this nearby country. Yes, player 2. You got it.
Yeah! Woo!
All right, let's... In 2004, this airline introduced non-stop flights between Newark and Changi Airport. Player 3. You are correct. Where do we begin? Flying at the then incredible speed of 575 miles per hour, the Boeing 707 began commercial flight service in this decade. It's player 3. Please pick again. This U.S. company created the venerable DC-10 jetliner. Player 2. Good. Player 2. The first commercial passenger transatlantic service was by Pan Am in 1939 between New York City and this French port. Let's hear it, player 1. Right you are. Player 1, you're in command. An oil called urushiol causes skin irritation when you brush up against this three-leafed plant, Rus radicans. Yes, player 2. Right you are. Player 2, and here's Kelly.
These spore-producing plants are among the Earth's most ancient. Some species date back more than 300 million years.
It's player 3. Good. A lot of clues, like fish. Mushrooms have these, but in a mushroom, they're where the spores are produced. Player 3. You got it. Player 3. The northern fur species of this migrates from its breeding grounds in Alaska's Pribilof Islands to California. Player 2. You are correct. Here's the $1,000 clue for you. The freshwater peach blossom type of this sticky coelenterate is making a comeback in China's Jilin Lake. Yes, player 2. Hey, you're right. Player 3 will select first in Double Jeopardy right after this. And we have 2 daily doubles awaiting you in these categories. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Museum. Word origins. Terme d'art. The human body. Take me out to the history game. And country's highest points. Player 3 gets to make the first selection once again. This time, we're moving into the Double Jeopardy round. As a solo artist, his presenters were ex-bandmates, not the Beatles, but the Traveling Wilburys. Okay, player 2. Yep.
Yeah! Woo!
All right, let's go. In 1986, it was Hail, Hail, this 1950s performer, the very first inductee. It's player 2. Yes. You again, player 2. Artists become eligible this many years after their first release. The Beach Boys went in 1988. Springsteen in 1999. It's player 2. That's correct. Player 2. This singer is paired with her ex-husband and songwriting partner, Jerry Goffin. Let's hear it, player 2. That's it. Player 2. Sarah will present this clue.
The electric guitar casts a long shadow over rock and roll. In 1995, the Hall inducted this inventor of the iconic Stratocaster.
Yes, player 1. Right you are. Okay, let's get back into this. Player 1, you make the next selection. The Keebler elves could probably tell you that the name of this snack comes from a Dutch word for small cake. Let's hear it, player 3. Right. Player 3, start us. Maple or otherwise, this thick, sweet stuff is from the Arabic for to drink. It's player 2. Yep. Okay, let's get back. First used in a novel about 90 years ago, it refers to a bright person, not someone who resembles Humpty Dumpty. Player 2. You got it. We return to you. The name of this type of aircraft is from 2 Greek words meaning spiral wing. Yes, player 3. Good. All right, let's get back. The term funny bone is actually a pun on the name of this upper arm bone. Let's hear it, player 1. Yes. Player 1, you start us off. Jugendstil is the German equivalent for this French term for the decorative style of the 1890s. Yes, player 2. Yep. Okay, let's get back. The name of this odd movement, French for hobby horse, was appropriately chosen at random from a dictionary. Let's hear it, player one. That is correct. Player one, French term for the technique of placing paper over a relief surface and rubbing with crayon or pencil. Player one. That's it. We return to you. French for deceive the eye. This technique tricks you into thinking a painted object is real and not two-dimensional. Let's hear it, player two. Yes.
Yeah! Woo!
Where do we begin? Dubuffet coined this term from the French for to bring together for works made of bits of things. Okay, player three. That is correct. Player three, make a selection, please, as we continue. The part of your eye that looks like a black circle is called this. It's the center of the iris. Let's hear it, player two. You are correct. Player two, otoliths are found in the vestibule of the inner part of this organ. It's player three. Right you are. All right, This main artery of the heart is said to resemble a cane with its arch at the top of the heart. Okay, player three. Correct. Player three. This part of the brain, just above the brainstem, is about the size of an orange. Yes, player two. Correct. Player two, make a selection, please. Let's get Jimmy's assistance on this clue.
A low arch can cause the foot to roll inward too much when running, an effect called over this.
Player three. Good. Player three, start us. It's 1922, and the Black Shirts force King Victor Emmanuel III to appoint this far-right fielder as Prime Minister. It's player two. That's it. Player two, it's 1649, and this king is looking kind of tired out. Yep, here comes Oliver Cromwell to give him the hook. Player one. That's correct. Player one, it's July 10th, 1553, and this lady will pinch hit for Edward VI, who's been taken out of the game. Cousin Mary is on deck. Okay, player one. Good. Player one, it's going back, and it's over the 73-mile-long wall built in the 120s AD by this slugger, the Emperor. Okay, player two. That's correct. Player two, make a selection, please.
Yeah!
One of the daily doubles. You are in the lead right now. What'll it be? Answer this. It's 1902, and Teddy Roosevelt is putting this junior on the bench, the Supreme Court bench, and he'll be there for 29 years. Congratulations, you're still in first, player two. Player 2, you pick again, please. Mount Kosciuszko in New South Wales. It's player 3. Yep. Player 3, Pico de Teide in the Canary Islands. Okay, player 1. You are correct. Player 1, you start. Answer, the second daily double. You're in second now, but with an opportunity to catch up a bit. How much are you going to wager, player 1? And the clue. In East Africa, Mount Kilimanjaro. Right. Please pick again. Phnom Aural. Player 3. That's right. Way to go. And the $2,000 clue? In Central America, Doyle's Delight, not Victoria Peak as was thought. Let's hear it, player 3. Correct. I'll see you all for Final Jeopardy in just a moment. We're back. The category for Final Jeopardy today is National Holidays. Please enter your wager. Here's the clue for you. June 23rd, National Day in this country, began as a celebration of the birthday of Grand Duchess Charlotte. Did you come up with the correct response? And this correct response will add how much to your score? And your response? How much do you add to your total with that correct response? What did you put as your response? With that correct response, you will gain. You've come out ahead as our champion, player 3. Good game. Thank you so much for playing.